Good morning. Welcome to another Business After Hours with quite the crew here. You know me and Jay Brooks, of course, from 98.7 Kiss Country and also 103.7 The Fox.
And it says our names right there, too, below us. So that people know who we
Shut
are.
up. Noah, you are from the May City Chamber of Commerce, and here we are once again for another Business After Hours that's happening on Thursday, November 11th.
That's right.
So tell us about it.
So, Business After Hours on Thursday, November 11th, is going to be at Mason City Brewing, hosted by the United Way of North Central Iowa. And so we've got Jen here and Angie as well from the United Way to tell us kind of a little bit about what's going to be going on. And then I'll tell you more about the prizes and stuff from the Chamber's standpoint.
I want to hear these ladies talk a little bit. Jen, good to see you.
Good to see you guys too. Thanks for having
Angie,
us.
yeah, good to see you as well. So,
Can you see us okay? Can you see us okay? Because normally Jen wears glasses.
I have contacts in today.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. Good.
We were complimenting before we went on the air about how nice their backgrounds look.
Oh, sure, yeah.
That's right. You weren't around at that.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. So, Jen, we haven't talked to you in a while. Angie, we did here not too long ago. Obviously, talk about, did you guys have a good kickoff here back in September, and how are things going now? With the United Way?
we had a really fun kickoff back in September. We had bounce houses, and it was kind of like a block party for area kids, and so I think that's the best way to start a campaign off, because that's really who we're working for, is our community and families and children in need, and what better way to celebrate them. So we were really happy to start the campaign that way. And so we're kind of right in the middle of it right now. And so the one we should all be sympathizing with right now is Angie, because that's that's her wheelhouse is managing all of these different workplace campaigns. And we have so many generous workplaces going on right now, working on behalf of United Way, and we can't thank them enough.
Well, what's your goal for the final year for the year?
For the year, we're looking to get up to 725,000, and I can't tell you where we are exactly with that, because a lot of the campaigns are still ongoing right now.
Sure.
How are you doing the campaign this year? You know, we're coming off of a COVID year, obviously, when nobody was going anywhere. So how are you doing it this year?
It's been pretty much very similar, actually, to last year. We've been doing a lot of Zooms and jumping on to team meetings over the internet. We have had a few that have been in person. Some of them have actually been outdoors before it got really cold. So we were able to do some stuff outdoors. So that was good. Some places that have the ability to have us come in and there's room enough to scatter people, we've done that as well. And but some of the places are opting to go virtual. So we have a landing page that we create for them, and they can donate online. We also drop off packets with the old school paper pledge forms. A lot of places like those because they can collect them from everyone and kind of keep track that way. So it's really been a hybrid of last year, a version of last year, and some in person this year. So hopefully just chugging along.
Right.
Yeah. So what is it that you do for people that may not know? What is it that you actually do, the United Way does for our communities?
So we're a human health services agency that helps get resources to our nonprofits in the region that serve families in the areas of education, financial stability, and health, because we think those are the building blocks of a good life or a sustainable life. And if you're kind of missing any one of those things in any one of those areas, it can really throw off everything around that. And so we work with 17 different partner agencies that provide services in the area, such as childcare assistance, emergency rent assistance, domestic abuse and violence assistance, early childhood education. And in addition to the work that we do with our partner agencies, we run events like the Kids Shoe Drive that we did this summer, where we gave away over 700 pairs of shoes in our 8-county region to kids in need. Right now, we're in the middle of our Kids Coat Drive. And so we're really about 30% of our region struggles to make ends meet. That's like in our 8 counties, that's about 40,000 people right here in North Iowa. And we're working to make sure that they don't fall through the cracks, that they get the help that they need, and that they get the hand up that they need as well.
Angie, what about the allocation? I mean, I think people have known that they can actually have all their money donated to, one agency or the other. The one thing that I love about United Way is you can just give it to all of it, and we let you allocate it to whoever needs it. Can you kind of talk about the allocation process, and also maybe is it correct to say that there's certain agencies that need more help than other ones, or more counties that need more help than other ones?
Well, so first of all, the allocation process is actually, we don't decide that, Jen and myself. That process is actually done by a volunteer committee that is compiled of citizens within our counties that we serve. So if you ever wanted to serve on the committee, you could do that. And the process begins with a letter of intent that's submitted by the agencies with a program that they intend to apply for funding for. And so they have to provide an application after that. There's a process. They have to fill all of that out. Those applications get reviewed, and then later in the spring, there is an interview process that they have to go through in front of that same committee of volunteers. Mm-hmm. And that committee sits down and decides which agencies will get funded and how much funding those programs will receive. I don't know if it's fair to say that some programs, sure, they're asking for more money than others. It just depends from program to program. The needs in the community are varied. We've seen a growth in need, obviously, since COVID. It's actually grown. And then our campaign has actually struggled because everyone is struggling, right? So sure. We basically rely on everyone within the community to work together to support the community. And so it's difficult when your community is hurting. We last year we collected a little bit under what we wanted to, and our need was greater. So we're continuing to see the need at a higher level this year because of residual COVID things with the new variants and whatnot. But, we're just hoping that we can diversify our fundraising too. And we're looking at other options to engage some local businesses to help us out as well. And just kind of continuing to get the word out about United Way and all the work that we're doing, and hopefully, just build within the 8 counties that we serve, build that momentum, so we can meet our deadline.
Harry, I think it's important to let people know too, when you hear United Way, you see national television ads, things like that. When donating, I know a lot of people like to make sure that their money stays local. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that they want to make sure that people understand, that if they're given to you guys, it's going back into the communities that in our surrounding communities.
Yeah. We really, one of our core tenets is that the money that we raise here, it stays here. And then it's decided by community members, like Angie said, through our volunteer community review process, that every year we recruit 35 to 40 different community volunteers across our 8 counties to look at the needs and look at what our partner agencies are dealing with. Not only does that happen, we also have the organizations that we fund report back to us. And then there's review of that too. So there's that oversight to make sure that donor dollars are being used as agencies say they're going to use them, and that they're going to help the most people in need. And so so when people do give to United Way of North Central Iowa, they can be sure that we take our job as stewards of their dollar very serious.
I think it's so cool that you say it right in your name, United Way of North Central Iowa, not just North Iowa. You know, so that should, you know, really, you know, obviously it's that does stay here. It sure certainly helps. You know, when you were talking about the committee that decides all the allocations, will we maybe see some of those board members maybe tonight, or I mean on Thursday night on November 11th at the Mason City Brewing, which is where Business After Hours is happening. Let's get into that talk a little bit now. And because I would think, you know, some of the people that are probably on that committee, they'll be there.
With that, you know, we'll have board members there. And one thing that we're really excited about is we're going to have some of our partner agencies there as well. And people will have an opportunity to see different situations that people can find themselves in, and know the agency that is there to help them with that situation. And so we're really excited because I think, when you hear United Way, you do sometimes think of like the national needs. But one thing that we work on is to make sure that the money that we're raising is going towards the needs that are identified here in our community and are going towards agencies that are serving people right here.
So what are we going to be doing at Mason City Brewing on Thursday, November 11th? Veterans Day, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be mingling. We're going to be, when people come in, we'll give them a situation card. So you might get a card that says, you just started a new job, but you can't find childcare and you don't qualify for childcare until 45 days after you start your new job. A lot of people don't realize that. So how do you start a job when you don't have childcare? Well, United Way of North Central Iowa funds a program through Charlie Brown Child Care that helps parents bridge that gap between starting a new job and getting the child care that they need. I mean, if you haven't been under a rock, you know, a lot of businesses are struggling to find employees right now. And this is one of those things that's super important to getting more employees into the workplace, is having adequate childcare. I think that's one of the things we saw with COVID, is how important childcare is, and what happens when families can't find it.
Yeah. I mean, even Jay has to take care of his grandkids here once in a while.
Oh, good Lord. I know it.
Now we know where to send the parents to, Jay.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to Jay Brooks's house.
Jay Brooks's child care center.
Oh,
They'll learn to throw axes, I guess.
right. Yeah.
He's a great grandpa and a great babysitter. Just remember that, everyone.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm not that old. I'm not a great grandpa. I'm just a grandpa.
No, I think you meant your
grandfather.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It sounds like I'm a great.
He's 100 years old.
Yeah. I know it.
All right, 4 to 6. How's that new time working out, Noah, for the business after hours? You guys have had I think a couple of them at those new hours.
Yeah, and I think it's working out great, and going forward, it's probably going to be the new norm. And I think it gets a lot more people in the door. And yeah, we're probably going to keep it that way.
All right.
Oh, good.
And what should people know about going into Thursday, November 11th here?
Yeah, so the progressive drawing is up to $450 through the chamber. So just wait.
Give it back to the United Way.
If you win, you can just give it back to United Way.
Yeah, that would be a great way to help our campaign.
Yeah.
Win the drawing and give it to United Way. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Too bad the jackpot isn't 750,000. Then would be.
Yeah, then
there you go.
Then Jen and I could take the
rest
winter
of the
off.
month off. If that could be the case, we would extend the after hours to midnight, and Angie.
Midnight.
We'd have a DJ in there and axe throwing.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yes. If anyone wants to volunteer to make that donation, we can make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
We should remind everybody, Mason City Brewing is right downtown Mason City. I believe is that State Street or is it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, State Street.
28 East State Street.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Good.
gonna be a lot of fun. Hey, before we wrap up, we got to ask a couple of questions here, Harry, from the morning show this morning. There's always arguments. I know we got some single people, we got some married people, but what's the argument? Number one, the thermostat's always a big deal. The thermostat's probably turned on now. The heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you turn it on?
I haven't yet.
I don't know.
Wow. I'm
See,
probably the
I-
earliest of all because I'm a
Just like
Florida
it, people.
girl, so-
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice. Yeah.
See, and I like it cold, and so I have a pretty bad habit of opening the bedroom window just a little bit because I
In
get
the,
Oh,
in the
I
winter
get
time.
too hot.
In the winter time.
I
Yeah.
know. That's crazy.
And what's your husband say about that?
Well, nothing if he's smart.
maybe better just to say what it's set at. Mine's at 62.
Yeah. You guys we're in North Iowa, guys. If you can't accept and embrace
Yeah.
the cold,
So if you like the cold, then do you go out? Do you wait to hang your Christmas lights in? You know, 'cause
no, you don't ever take your Christmas lights down, and then it saves you so much work.
it does. It does, doesn't it? Unless you move from a different house, then you got to rehang them again,
Yeah.
and you
But
leave the
it's-
old ones there.
You're one of those that has an Easter tree, a 4th of July tree, a St. Patty's Day tree. You got one of those.
Yeah. Have you ever put a tree up? It's a pain.
I have a tree up all the time.
Yeah.
All right.
Angie, do you prefer to hang the Christmas lights in warmer weather?
I don't hang the Christmas lights.
Oh, you don't?
I mean, I will hang, like, I'll put up the tree and all of that, but the Christmas lights are done by my significant other who likes to walk on the roof of the house,
Oh,
hopefully
it's
not
icy.
fall. Yeah.
Well, that's where Santa lives.
I think
Your
this
house.
weekend, since we're supposed to hit 60, I think he's going to be out there putting the lights up probably.
Yeah, that's what my
Yeah.
wife's got me doing.
And
Uh-huh.
you know what? I'm glad we're talking about this. Noah, can you give us some information about what we can look forward to for Mason City on the chamber end of things for the holiday time? Do things kick off on Thanksgiving weekend?
Yeah, well, actually, on December 9th, we'll have Operation Thank You, which will be,
Okay.
It's like-
I thought there would be some downtown stuff going on,
oh,
chamber oriented.
I'm sure there is.
Or is that like a Main Street Mason City thing?
It's probably more Main Street, Mason
Oh,
City. Yeah. She's in the office right next to me. I can ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. That's like at the end of November, I believe. So
Well, but you guys always do something on Thanksgiving weekend. I mean, it's home for the holidays or something like that.
yeah.
I'll figure it out.
No,
Wow.
Noah. Yeah.
Or Noah's home watching football and eating turkey.
It was like no lights on my house.
yeah.
I think
Um,
it's probably important to remember the Small Business Saturday is what
Yeah.
I would say.
Oh, yeah.
It would probably be a chamber interest of making sure you get out there and hit all those local businesses downtown and in Mason City during that time.
Well, look at
I'm
Jen go.
concerned with shopping.
I know. Jen's like helping out Noah here.
Yeah, exactly.
I do want to say on November 18th at Music Man Square from 4 to 7 p.m. we will be handing out coats for kids. So that's something we got going on. So if kids out there still don't have a warm coat for winter, we have been receiving donations now for a couple weeks, and we're gathering coats, and we'll be there on the 18th at Music Man Square.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you want to donate a new coat for a child here in North Iowa, you can drop them off at our office at United Way. You can also donate a new coat, hat, or mittens to the Cabin Coffee locations here in Mason City, Clear Lake, and Forest City, and they will give you a free 12-ounce drip coffee until November 15th. So you can warm up a kid and warm up yourself with a
There
hot
you go.
coffee. So
Does it have to be a brand new coat, or can it, you have a good used coat?
I mean, we'll take everything, but we are trying to focus on the new coats,
Okay.
just because still of the COVID situation. I don't know. Plus, it's really nice to see these kids get a new coat.
Sure.
Mhm.
I'm really excited about the event at Music Man Square. I think that
Yeah.
would be really neat. And if you are interested in volunteering for that event, you can just reach out to our office and we can tell you how to get signed up.
It's your website is what? UnitedWayNCI.org.
That's
Mhm.
it.
How about that?
See that?
Yeah. Just go there. And I should have that scrolling down here too. UnitedWayNCI.org. All right, Thursday, November 11th, business after hours with the Bay City Chamber of Commerce and the United Way of North Central Iowa. Jen and Angie, thank you so much.
Thank
Yes,
you
thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
You got it. And we